Hello, I hope you're having a great day. Today, we are back with Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. Yes, the second one. If you didn't watch before, you're not gonna get the full experience because this time we're going for endings, yes. But first, Dom! Thank you very much for gifting a sub to Mukar Pearl. 108. There's so many. There's too many. Thank you very much, Dom. Yes. Hello, Mukar Pearl. Hello, Twisted Varg. Hello, Dom. Twisted Varg is our resident expert of this game, so yes. So let's just jump into it. Let me turn the music on. How is your... Well, for some of you, this is not the weekend yet. But how is your week going? Hold on. Pause this. Everything's gonna lag when I bring this game up. Okay, here we go. Let me move this over. Bam! Okay. Last time, I feel like we got a kind of neutral sort of ending. Like, it definitely could be worse. But I did not... I want more. Will we get more? Unknown, unclear. Oh god. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be a little crunchy. My computer has trouble streaming and playing this game. We're gonna just start from the beginning. I'm gonna blow through the text we've already done. Okay. Do I remember exactly how we responded? No. But I want to... We're gonna look at everything in the room. I really think not looking at everything in the room wasn't good. We should look at everything in the room. Yeah, I think so. Dom! Another one! Dom said, another one. To Twisted Varg. Thank you very much. Too many. Now it's 109. It doesn't say that for some reason, but, you know. Okay, we came home. We see these little, like, monsters. And then the mom come and stab us in the arm. I'm jumping ahead, but it's fine. I'm rushing through this part. We have done this part before. I want to focus on how are we answering her and looking at everything. I think we should... Oh, we talked about this last time. I think we need to push her a little further, a little more. I think I was being too nice and letting things go. Like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Maybe we need to be like, you know what? No. But I don't want to push her too much. I feel like she is not in a stable place. You know what I'm saying? So... Yeah. Wait, where? Oh, there's the mom. The mom is very scary to me. Stop! What did I say? It was so quiet. Looks so black. Is it the baby Kermit? Oh my god, it's so cute. The contrast between baby Kermit and the face on the screen right now is very strong. What's up, Stat? How are you doing? Thank you for the resub! 73 months. That's many months. I still wonder if the mom is giving some kind of shot. I think that's what this scene is. We've talked about this. Grabbing the arm, giving her the shot, then she doesn't know what the heck has happened anymore. She doesn't like this. She puke up the milk. You don't see it. Don't worry. If you're eating, don't worry. I don't understand what this scene really is. And then the mom's like, don't drink milk again. What is milk supposed to be standing for? I'm not really sure. You know? You need to save at a certain point to hunt the endings. Okay. I will do it. Maybe I will save before we get to our first question. Right? Like, that way we don't have to do this again. I guess if I was a professional streamer, I would have already done that, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I want to know... Remember the last time we played? We got this, like, something very odd happened. I don't remember what the trigger for it was, but then all of a sudden, this girl, like, wanted to pull out her eyelashes, and everything got all, like, woo-woo-woo. Kind of like that. Very woo-woo-woo. And we were looking at something we couldn't make sense of, and she talked about a guy. I want to know what the hell that situation was, you know? Can I save now? How can I save? Okie dokie. Wow. What a menu. This is so scary. Okay, just put it back. Put it back. Stop it. Put it back. Huh? What's up, Mix? Me? Gongaga. Every time. I love this one. Who the heck has this Gongaga one? I need to subscribe to their channel just so I can use it everywhere. Me Gongaga. Very good. These are the best emotes. Okay, we saved here. Let's keep going. If you didn't do the last time, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what to tell you. Because we're not going through the whole thing. We need to answer a little differently, but not too different. I don't think I did everything bad. You know? This girl is having some issues. Needs to take medication. Having problems with the mom. The mom seems very not supportive. Maybe. It does not seem good. She's not gonna take her pills. I think we need to push her to take the pill. I don't think that's an optional thing. I think we need to do that. I think not having her take the pill is not going to end well for us. And by us, I mean like us and her. I kind of understand though. I don't know. I get nervous taking pills too. You know what I mean? I always worry like, what is this gonna do? If it's the first time I've taken something, I always worry like, what is this gonna do to me? Am I gonna have a reaction? I get very nervous. Yeah. Okay. She's taking her own pills. This, we cannot do anything about. We don't get to do anything until a little bit later. I also think it's extremely irresponsible that no one is watching her medication. Like, it's up to her to take her own medication. Don't like this. Okay, here we are. We're entering the scene. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? Is a perfect spot? Okay. Varg is helping us out. Varg is helping us out. I appreciate you. Okay. I refuse to be mean to her. I refuse to be mean to her. We're only supposed to... I'm gonna be fine with this. Especially since Varg said, I think it was okay for us to just answer however here. Why did your voice sound so grim? Okay. Manual. I remember this. You didn't reply. I am happy. Okay. This is a more empathetic answer. You need to go to bed. Okay. The one thing, too, that I wonder about, this is maybe a very strange question, but like, if you are on medication for a very long time and you understand and know, like, especially when you're younger, right? And you've always been on medication, you know your body and you know the way you feel and you know everything through the lens of taking your medication. That, for me, and I am not in the situation, so what do I know? But I would wonder what would happen, or like, what does it actually feel like if I wasn't on my medication the whole time, like for a while? What is my like natural body state? But maybe if it's really, really bad, you don't want to know because it could like not be good for you. I guess I understand the curiosity in that, is what I'm saying. If that was me, I would be curious, but it's a bad curiosity. I think so. Yeah. No. I want to be nicer, but we can never be super nice. Nah. It's funny how this game makes the stream laggy. I know. It's not because it's the stream, it's my computer. I see myself a little bit laggy in OBS. It's a little bit too hard for my computer to do the streaming stuff and run this game. That's how bad my computer is. Because this game is not like doing a lot of crazy... It's not a hard game to run. And it runs fine if I'm not streaming. And I have OBS open, it doesn't do this, so... I need a new computer, you guys. I need to get on it. Okay. What made you so happy all of a sudden? I'm gonna keep... I think these are the answers that I do. Ooh, yeah. These should not matter. I don't like this. I don't like that I have to say this, but I don't think I can get around this section. Right. Okay. No. Go wash your face. Yeah, it's the PC. Wooden give me... No, it's a potato. We've talked about this. Not wood. Made of potato. Just a potato. Not even plugged in. Just getting the potato power. Yeah. Usually you play console games. I need to play the console game. That's the only way this works well. You know? Okay. Take your medication. Take your medication. Take it. I think we say sorry for being rude. I'm gonna keep this. I know I said this last time, but I don't care. I want to apologize. Okay. You know what? No, Varg said it doesn't matter. Varg said it doesn't matter. Varg said that we should save at that line. So I don't, maybe it doesn't matter that we don't. I think we should always tell her to take the medication. I think it's very dangerous to say, no, don't worry about it or whatever, right? Or maybe she'll take it no matter what. I don't know. It was your decision. See? Well, I wonder what she thinks. We didn't answer this one last time. I'm risking it. What do you think? I can't be sure about anything. And you don't take me seriously anyway. I take you seriously. Then why did you do that? Maybe it didn't matter. This is the same. Right? That she thought she could do it herself, but now she feels really bad. Maybe she'll do it no matter what you say. You know what to do. Take it. Yeah, so maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. Can you guys take big pills? I cannot. I'm trying to take a collagen pill because I don't eat meat. And I worry about these things. It is so big. It is very difficult for me. Wait, the line is, apply less visual novel logic to it. Okay, that's actually very helpful. Okay, creator was trying to break beyond tropes of traditional visual novel. Got it. Hold on, I want to save just in case I screw up. Getting nervous. Okay, I need to cut the big pills. I know, some people... My grandpa would have big pills and he would take all of them and no water, just dry swallow, like 6 pills. And I would look at him like, how did you do that? And he's like, I don't know, that's just how I am. Like, bro, I wish. But if they're liquid liquid pills, you can't cut them. So then what? Then you suffer. Not good. How he do that? I don't know. Meanwhile, my grandma have to put it in a freaking applesauce or like a rice, the wet rice stuff, because she can't, take the pills easily. That was me. Yeah. I got some collagen protein powder. It's stinky? What is it made out of? Stinky powder. I do the pea protein, made of peas. It does not taste like peas. Doesn't taste like anything. Why is it stinky? This is disturbing to me. Okay, wait, hold on. It's gonna be soon. What were you thinking while... I'm like so focused on the word. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? Okay. I don't want to mess up. I'm invested in this girl's well-being, né? I still think we shouldn't say that. I don't like this. I have to be careful. Well, I don't have to be careful. But sometimes the protein stuff or other things are made from animals. And while I'm not like such a strict vegetarian that it's like, oh, I can't ingest animal or something. I worry because I haven't had like meat in, I don't know, a very long time. It'll make me very sick. That's what my mom said. No, I worry about it. Nah. Cockroaches. Make them fireflies. Much better at bug. Who doesn't love fireflies? Yeah. I love this scene is very good. Very good. This idea of all of your thoughts being little fireflies. Yeah. And I think we check everything. I really think us not checking everything gave us the bad ending. Or it's not bad ending. The okay ending. Then she scream. She get frustrated. Lightning bugs. Can you take whey protein? I think so. That's made of plants. Right, whey. Whey is plants. I should. I would get smoothies and they'd stick it in there. We're gonna have to answer something else, right? This unstable answer. No. What? I'm such a, I can't say yes to her because I feel like if I say, does that bother you or whatever, like, should it bother me? And I say yes, I feel like we're gonna say something horrible, like, you should be ashamed, you're a little freak, or I don't know. We're gonna say something so mean that I'm, like, too scared to answer that way. Yeah. And I also think, well, I don't know, it's not good to snap at people in general. But I think it's okay to be mad. You know what I mean? I don't know, me trying to justify. Me trying to justify. Oh. Okay. I won't stay silent. Okay. I will help you, of course. I know, we're so mean. We're such a little prankster. It's so annoying. Okay, here! Wait, this is where we're supposed to save! 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 Varg told us! Save it twice, just to be safe. Okay. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? We have to be careful. We have to be careful, ne? Yes. Look, our problem. Sometimes I wish they cab. Just make smaller version. Yeah! I know, I'm fine taking 7 pills in a row, but they have to be small. They cannot be big. But I think it's something about your stomach breaking them down, right? Because there's certain pills you're not supposed to cut, right? Or am I making this up? I swear this, and not because they're gel, right? I thought that's why. Because, like, I don't know, if it was like some pain medication and they were all really small and your body could just dissolve the pill really fast, then it'd all be in your bloodstream, like, all at once. Versus, like, slow release tablet or something. I don't know. Listen, I don't know medicine. Yeah. I know I have to mention it every time you say fireflies. I know, you and your freaking lightning bugs. Craziness. Okay. Oh, it's from milk! Oh, then I guess it's fine. Yeah. Oh, curds and whey, ne? Curds and whey. I never had a problem, but I don't know, American milk messes me up. I don't know why. Okay. We're in territory for getting a different ending now. Now I know the truth. Or now I know that was the cutoff point, so now I feel more nervous. I think we should talk. We should always talk. Maybe we can... I have no idea, this is weird? Is that gonna be too mean? That was mean. That was kind of mean. Wait, tell me. We did this one last time. We did this one last time! This is a new man. Who the hell is this? This happened last time, right? Right? This happened last time, I swear to God. I don't know if this was the point it happened. I'm pretty sure it is. But we got a different image. The last time we got a weird spray bottle and other things. It was very abstract, like no one knew what we were looking at, really. This one is clearly a man. He looked like a Mario. Like Mario from a doll dimension, and it got a little heated in your car. Something happened with some man that I think was a very bad thing. Nah. New man, Pog. Yeah. Okay. There are those pills with the indentation in the middle. Yeah, that's true. They expect you to cut them. Varg says, okay, the situation is, you're always gonna get shop ending if you experienced first death. This is the first death. So, well, hold on. Well, first of all, thank you, Varg, for helping me because I would not know this and we would waste a lot of time. So I appreciate you coming in, being the teacher. Thank you. So this is... Hold on. This is going to be the same dialogue because this is the first death thing. Because if you were here last time, when this ends, she's just like, I think I died. And I'm like, yo, I think you did too. What is this? This is so scary. Did he bring milk? We didn't say this one, right? Or did we? I don't think we're gonna get a real answer from her. This is, she's stuck. She's stuck. Like, do you think this is the dad? Do you think this was some run-in with a stranger? Now we have plants. Plants were not there before. This was the same. But... okay, so we cannot say that this is strange or what. Yeah. How do we reload? Oh my god. Okay, we're doing it the old-fashioned way, friends. We are closing the game. I don't know how to reload. The menu just says save game, so... oh god, I'm sorry. I'm bad at the video game. What else is new? Dog barking. Batted video game. I earned a trading card. Maybe I will sell it on the marketplace. You can't see it. It's pills. Don't worry about it. Oh. Alright. Oh my god. Where's the game? OBS? I close it and now you don't know what's happening? Come on, man. Are you for realsies right now? Oh my god. Hold on. Please hold. I cannot believe it forgot the game. There we go. Okay. What did you say? Okay. No matter what happens next... okay, hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This. No matter what happens next, you will meet your boy, Cheska. Okay. Oh, the only reload is Alt F4, you're right. Okay. Dog is like, save now, choose other option. Yeah. Okay, continue. Oh god, that scared me so bad. My whole computer just got stuck for a second there. Alright. Okay. We don't say this. Don't freaking say that. Chat, don't you say it. Don't you say it to her, chat. Okay, we cleared one, I think we cleared one, thing. Nah. Okay. I think we should be safe. I think I did the first time. I think I answered exactly how I did last time because I'm pretty sure we got that in that exact space. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Okay. We have to look through the room. This girl is so cute. This is such a good idea. Point and click adventure. I don't remember what those games were called. I used to play them all the time. They were like Jumpstart. I think they're called Jumpstart. Oh my god, I play those like crazy. Okay, hold on. I'm scared at every decision. I'm scared at every decision. I'm so boring. I was just teasing you. Okay. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. I'm gonna ask you a question in a second, Varg, but not yet. Hold on. Okay, no smoking. No smoking allowed. We're just not trying to stress her out. Wowie! Papyrus answer. Wowie. Okay. I'll ask it now. It's fine. Varg, if you are here, I want to know, will I get a death thing if I look at every item in the room? Because I think I will. I could be, you just yes or no. You don't have to, you know, it's not a big spoil. It's a little spoil. A teeny little spoil to save some time. Because if I had to guess, the under the sink thing, I feel like that's gonna cause this one. This one is gonna cause some problems because look at it. That doesn't look good. You can save after you get a free roam in the room, like right now. Yeah. I was gonna ask you if I could save as well because it seemed like we cleared that okay. So, okay, save. Yes. We save it twice. Save it twice. What? We're going in! Eh? Did that happen last time? It's like, it feels like vroom, right? It's definitely going in. I don't like that feeling. I don't want to go in anywhere. Yeah. Oh, it's the only save you'll need. Okay. Oh, my chat stopped working on this one, but that's okay. Alright, here we go. So... let's not do that one first. Let's do some of the ones we've already done. Right? We've done this one. We did the sleeping... We did most of them, actually. I want to check under the sink, though, the packages, right? We didn't check the packages. We didn't check the trash. Right. I think those were the only two. I know we did this one. We did this one. We did most of them. So I guess we'll blow through these. I'm a little nervous. Just explore everything you want, but don't go to the balcony yet. Let's do it in our third ending. I don't want a bad ending. I don't want a bad ending. I'm telling you right now. I'm okay. I do not want all the endings. I feel like there is a bad ending in Inside, and I purposely will not do it. Oh god, oh god, oh god, I wasn't paying attention! I do. Okay. We're gonna do this one. I want to do something new. I'm curious. Curious slash scared. Ah, ah. We cannot! Oh, jeez. It says no. Alright, fine. We didn't go through the bin. I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. I don't like going through the trash. It's not a good thing. There's something here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Maybe we did do this one. Did we do this one? No, it was this one about, like, being hygienic or whatever, right? I think we did the rest of them. I just didn't want to do these two. But this one wasn't even real. Alright, am I going to be a little chaos gremlin? Remember this? We didn't do this. Okay. I never want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining? Sometimes imagination is worse though, eh? What happened to my stream? Hold on one second. I think it's... Nope, I'm still live. Okay. I don't know what happened to my chat, but it says welcome to the chat room for me, and it's been open, so I don't know what happened. Apologies, you still live. You know, sometimes with the way my internet is, you never know. You never know these days. But thank you for letting me know. Stop. Okay. Every ending is a dream. There's no Freddy Fazbear eats her head off ending. Or something like that. It's not that kind of horror. No, I know, but I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that some endings could make her more miserable than others, and I feel like, is there an ending where she jump off the freaking balcony? Because I feel like that could happen. You know what I mean? I don't want anything bad to happen to this girl. Like, there's enough going on. So, I don't want more things, you know? I don't really think it matters. We didn't get this. I didn't say that last time. She got stuck and then she never made her point. The hamster. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now, your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you too. That means you are all the same. Apart from the fact that they were born at that shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Gosh? Okay. Don't be mean! You know, I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online. This is all new. I'm very excited. I had a lot of friends online. Tens, hundreds of them. Impossible to count. It is impossible, though. I had exactly 317 of them. It's a lot of friends. Although, I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Don't get distracted. Alright. From my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. 130 of them liked drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. Your hobby is calculators. Listen, I have no room to judge. My hobbies are like grandma hobbies. Embroidery, gardening. So, this is good, but this sounds so hard and boring. This sounds like math is involved and I just can't. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and half friends on each side. Alright. You can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Okay, I mean, I'm okay listening to this, but... I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. You hear that, chat? You're not real. I'm sorry to say it. You're not real. No, I'm not real. Because we're on the internet, nah. No real people exist on the web. I kind of understand her point, though. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, some people come and they make, like, fake identity, or they act like a fool, or, you know, they troll, or things like that. That's not like a full person. That's kind of the gross side of people, or, you know what I mean? I also understood that all of my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop. Oh, well, that's a sad way of thinking about it. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really, I guess. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interest is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Ah. I see. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, and its mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. I mean, to me, this sounds coherent. It's just I don't care about computer science and those things, but it sounds like this would make sense to people who know more about this, right? You don't need to follow me around, just listen. Okay. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. She was clearly a math kid before. Yeah, I think so. I'm not going for achievements. Some things are best left unplayed. In my personal opinion. Yes. We're all AI. Yep. It's just ChatGPT or whatever. Don't get me started on this. Remains of the math thinking. Shaping her delusions. That symbol on her sweater means empty set in algebra. Oh my god. I like how I don't know. Algebra is its own language, basically. Interesting. Although, I don't know. I feel like... Well, I don't know. Hey. Let me know if you need a break. One day, someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. Who appeared? Here? I wish I could ask the questions I want to ask. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Is this the death guy? Hey, look! Huh? God, we freaking changed the subject when we were getting into something good. She was tricked by someone online. She doesn't think that people are real online. Then, someone tricks her. Maybe she meets them in real life and they do this to her or whatever this is. And then something with milk? I wish... If only I knew what. Yeah, I know. I wish she would want to do this. I want to know what it has to say. It feels sad. And it's sad that it's like... I don't know. What about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Good job, self. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story. Maybe. Okay. Let's follow that story. You seem curious. Yeah, I am curious. This is good. This is good. This is good. Do you promise? Give me the pinky. Otherwise... I promise. Okay. And if you forget, then remind me with a code word, for example. I got an achievement. Please forget it, because I won't. I like how I'm excited that I want to know the story when I am like 99.9% sure this is an extremely traumatic event of this girl's life. But I'm like, ooh, tell me! It just feels kind of messed up. But, I don't know. I feel like it's very important. I want to know. What code word? I'll think of one later. Is it like O? Remember the O thing? And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Okay! Yay! Good. Very good. It's cryptic, so I have to say it as it is. You need to collect exactly 4 fireflies firstly. Oh no. We got 2. 1, 2. Right? There wasn't one in here. This was the cockroach thing. Hold on, where were the other 2? Here? Backpack. Backpack? It's one of these? Umbrella? I gotta remember we're at 2. I'm gonna forget. I don't want to forget. Oh my god, there was a storm in LA. Very scary. You don't want to check? Everything was fine. Nothing flooded for me. Oh, it wasn't in there. Just kidding. It was in the backpack? It was like a little bit humid. Everyone complained. It's never humid here. Everyone complained. It's so humid. It's not that humid. Go to Japan, then you will know. You know? Just totally not cool. Going to school, which I'm not saying, I think she went to school. Like, I'm not saying she didn't go to school. But this explanation... Are we in Russia or are we in Japan? I think we're in Russia. I don't know why I just was like, yeah, we're in Japan. But... I don't know. I mean, I don't know how things are. But the idea of it just being her... I don't know. It just feels like maybe it was some kind of institutionalized. Then she get picked up, and because she's too old for the school curriculum. This feeling of like she had to be away. But this is when the dad was alive. So that makes me feel like then things were kind of bad from before the stuff with the dad. And what happened with the dad? That's the other thing. I mean, we already know what happened to him, but like, what led up to this? There's many mysteries. Nah. It doesn't matter at all. But from the intro, I can clearly say that we're in Russia. Okay, Russia. Because the sign was in Russian. I don't know why I thought it was Japan. I'm just programmed to think this way. I don't know. Tell me about it again? No, I just wanted to see if you'd give me different details this time. Okay. I didn't ask this last time. I left it alone. I didn't want to upset her. But we're going there. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explained to me I need to grow up. I need to grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Also, the parents are not together. I mean, they're living together, but they have separate rooms? Or is this like a cultural thing? I feel like that's significant. You know what I mean? Satisfied? Tell me about it again? I feel like she's kind of irritated already. I don't know how much good it will do to ask again. Because even getting this new information of I needed to grow up, but I didn't quite grasp. Like, we didn't learn that much from this. I'll ask her. I'm gonna ask her. Okay. Varg says feel free to ask her, so I'm gonna do it. Dad dragged me out of the school building. Huh? Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. That scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done? I think this is an institution. Look, I don't know Russia, okay? I don't know how it is in Russia. Listen, I don't know. But I feel like if this was a school, like a school, I think this would make more of a scene. But if you're leaving some kind of hospitalization situation, I don't know, though. I don't know. Okay. Then he pushed me into his car, and we drove home in complete silence. So we're getting the truth closer, and we're getting closer and closer to the truth this time. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this further. No, you'll tell me again. Oh, yeah. It's a different culture, but no, we don't have beds in schools, you know. No, not the beds in schools! I don't know. Just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Some people are you okay if I ask again? Okay, we're getting there. I wish I had beds in school. There's beds in school. Here we have beds in school, but only in the nurse's office, and there's like 2, and there's no sheets. It's like a slab of plastic. And that way, if you're disgusting or you like puke on it or something, it's easy to clean up. It's not sheets. In Japan, they got sheets. I mean, I never went there, but it's like a real ass bed, which I think is like really intense. America would never. Yeah. Okay, Dad bought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Oh my god, we're getting a whole different story. Again. I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly, I feel someone's eyes on my back. Knowing that these moments should never ever be ignored, I turn around. But there's nothing there. What happened next? Everything that happened next happened after something that led to— You're annoying! Try figuring this one out. I got an achievement. I don't think you can see those, but just trust me. Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. Do you think this is the day the dad went out the window? Like, and then she kind of gets stuck on this loop. You know what I mean? The mom was never really home. The dad she had sort of a weird relationship with. Then he buys the milk. Is he the one in the thing, in the death thing? When the button finish search appears, it means you found 3 fireflies. It's easy to track. Oh, okay. And then we need one more, so we need 4. Okay, hold on. I look at my bag again. Light pouring into the room through the window. Light from where? Isn't it midnight? Glints on the metal parts, and there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever, I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I manage to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. This part we've done. Memorizing location of everything. I wouldn't get it. Look at your feet. There's the firefly. Okay. Good boy. Okay. This one is kinda sad. I wonder why. Okay. We need one more. What? So we only have 2. Because you said 3 fireflies, the button comes up. So we only have 2. Okay. Was it in the fan? Maybe it wasn't. This was just the thing about it being unable to fly or whatever. I remember this because it was cute. Okay, it's not. I wonder, are they? I don't think they're in different places. That doesn't feel correct to me. Was there one in the pill? Backpack, sketchbook, pills. Oh, okay. Backpack. We did the backpack and we're doing the pills. And the laptop. Okay, so this is the 3rd one. Yeah, calm down, you've already fixed that. Is that an accusation? Things could have been much worse? Yeah. Okay, we got it. We're good. Now we have 3. So now, let's do the notes near the mirror. And then this is the 4th one. And then, I don't know what happens. I wonder if this is like a condition in their family. Do you think the dad had it and the mom has it? Or, you know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna finish searching. We'll finish searching now because we're supposed to only do 4. You need to collect exactly 4 fireflies firstly. Should I don't want to save here though, because then I have to do the rest over again. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna finish searching. Then you can finish searching and pick the option. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. I don't want to say this to her! I don't want to say this to her, though! Okay, wait, hold on. I have a question for you. What if we avoid the mini death, because we avoided that this time, and we get all the fireflies? Is that an ending on its own? Or no? Because I don't want to waste people's time. I'm not going to be wasting people's time. But that's what I want to know. Because to me, it's like that's the most supportive, maybe, way to play this game. It's hard to explain, but it sounds a bit different in the original language. Sounds less mean. I don't like this, but we will do it. We came this far, but I do want to know if there will be a different ending. If we get all of them. Nah. It's more like, don't worry about it. Nothing scary is in there. Okay, I managed to gather my thoughts, but something losing still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes. Okay, this is the same. Yes, we'll do that next. Okay. Okay. I'm not going on the balcony though. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Nothing good will happen if we go on the balcony. I don't want to go on the balcony. Don't make me go on the balcony, please. Okay. I want to sleep. Get some fresh air. I don't like this idea. You want me to go on the balcony now, Varg? Come on, Varg! Come on! Oh! There is an entire story here. A whole new scene. I just don't want her to fall off the balcony. I feel like she's gonna go off the balcony. I'm very nervous. And I see what you mean. It's not... this is very mean. But this idea of like, no one is outside, no one is going to watch you, it is safe to go onto the balcony. That is more of the meaning of this. I hate this. If she goes off the balcony, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. Just for a couple of minutes, okay? Concern. Oh, this is kind of nice, isn't it? Oh, so this apartment is circular? On the inside? It's like a donut? This is a donut-shaped apartment building? My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its walls. Oh, we're going up. There are lights on the windows, there are muffled voices coming from the inside. The howling wind spirals up and splits into 100 of independent streams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely living in endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? Yeah. What are these? Wow. So spiky. I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed in on itself. This is the O. This is the O! This is the O, right? When we pause? This looked like this to me. This more looks like an I though, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna link reference building in Discord. Ponte City Building, South Africa. South Africa is the reference. Oh, there it stopped. Nothing unusual about it. And yeah, go for it. Go for it. How do you feel? I definitely feel. Sometimes that's more than enough. Yeah, I kind of understand that feeling. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? Yeah, I feel like you should be. This is not a good place for you. Is this where the dad jump off? Like, I just don't want to be out here. I feel nervous. You're looking in every direction, but not up. This? I've already told you, haven't I? About what? You know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? Yeah, if the small stuff adds up, that's like saying I'm not scared of a spider, and one spider is fine. But if there's 3 million spiders, then you best be scared of the spider. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs... Oh my god, she's gonna go! She's going off the thing! She's going off the thing! I knew this was going to happen. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm so stressed out! I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with an angry cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy. As if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness? You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's walls, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. You were the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like it when this happens. I want to remember certain things only when I want to. I think a lot of people would like this, nah. Nonetheless, you've made that promise. And I'll keep it, but you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. Well, then I don't really want to know then. I don't want to know what the cost of your, like, I don't know. I don't want to be giving you psychic damage by forcing you to tell me something you don't want to repeat. Ah, nah. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. Don't imagine it. Don't imagine it. I don't even want you imagining it. It makes me feel like it's too close to happening. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. It's inevitable. I told you. I told you. Just go back inside, please, God. There she goes. We're going. You knew this was gonna happen. We can't go on the balcony when we are in this kind of state, you know? I had a friend online, my best friend, even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short. I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. If I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts, and I end up with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, you'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut and never get up from bed and never see or hear anything. Just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. What was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to gather your thoughts. Somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail as if it was him. He expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself without hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth. The wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin into uneven stripes as if it's a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anybody else in the world. You know what he did? Yes. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. And what's most important, it was a win-win situation. They spawn here and there, simple bits of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators to get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. And now they watch me from the screens too. But I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. Though, maybe I only decided that only... My body finally What is this supposed to be? I'm not sure. My body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces like porcelain. I'm cold, let's go back inside. So, okay, hold on. Well, that was not real then. This was... Well, I guess I shouldn't say this. I feel like, I'm glad this didn't actually happen. That really stressed me out. But I feel like for her it is real, so I don't like to say like, oh, I'm glad it wasn't real. Because I think this is a very real and lived experience for her. You know what I mean? So she got close to this guy online. But the rest I kind of do not totally follow. She feels now that because she got close to this person, that now she's being harassed by him, that he's always watching. There's this kind of like paranoid piece to getting close to another human. Or was he like actually harassing her? They have some falling out and he gets mad. It was very clear for a bit and then it kind of got fuzzy. You know what I mean? I return to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Without a second thought, I go towards my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it. What are you going to do? What's with the silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. This is the same, right? Yeah, I am worried about you, Ne. I am. You won't take another pill. This is the same. This is the same. It's an interesting way of coping, imagining yourself falling from a high place. I can't say too much before I meet the ground. Or kind of giving a time limit to the conversation, you know? Everything is the same until dream. Okay. What is it? Okay. She wants the bedtime story thing, right? I remember. I still think that either the mini death thing involves the dad or this man online. I think it's one of those two. I am not sure which one yet, you know. I feel so, I feel like I must protect her. That's how I feel. I feel so, like, I don't know. I feel like this game does a very, very good job of giving you this, like, pull, this, like, parental instinct. I don't know if that's really the right word. You feel like you want to make sure things will be okay for this girl. At least, good enough. Nah. It just seems so hard. Okay. Do you think some of the like bedtime story or whatever is kind of like the dream? You know what I mean? Okay. Here we go. Oh Lord, what the hell is this? Is anyone there? Was anyone there? That's the achievement I got. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. Oh boy. I wake up lying on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. The sound is very upsetting. It's very green. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls and a single door. I can hear muffled sounds coming from the other side of it. Scary sounds. Yeah, it's very scary sounds. I agree, yes. Oh, what is that? What is that? This game is good at making things where you don't know what you're looking at. But, to me, that's very scary. I don't like it when, like I've had dreams where I'm looking at something or something's in the sky, and I can't figure out, is that a plane? What is that? Or those moments in dreams, and it's like, I can't even describe the thing that I saw. And it's like, I don't like that. It makes me feel, you know, like you look at Cthulhu or whatever, and it's like your human brain cannot process Cthulhu, so you go crazy. That's how I feel sometimes. I have dreams like that, and those are really scary, and I don't like that. And this is what I feel. It's a similar feeling. I don't like those kind of things. You know? I'd rather, well, I don't want to see something gross, but it's like, if you know what's gross, then it's like, okay, I know what that is. But this is like, what is this? I don't know. It makes me scared. You know? I hug my knees and wrap myself in a sweater like a blanket. It's no use. I'm chilled to the bone. Is this inside the blanket? Like,
The room is pretty spacious, but I still can't shake the feeling that I'm trapped inside a suffocating casket. The faint blue glow that sneaks through the keyhole only adds to that feeling. Do I want to know what's outside?
Yeah. I think that's better than being in this hell.
As if on cue, an inhuman roar comes from the other side of the door. It becomes louder and louder, more and more distinct with every passing second. Somebody or something is getting closer. I curl into a ball, trying to take up as little space as possible. Maybe I could become invisible or become smaller in some miraculous way. In the meantime, the howl becomes unbearably loud, but only for a moment. Then it sheepishly backs off until I can't hear it anymore. I finally decide to stand up. Oh, this is her, right? I think so. Curled up, and now standing up. After I do that, I hear another strange sound. It's coming from right above me now. The ceiling moves upwards, squeaking. Small debris is falling on my head. I squint a little, then raise my hand, trying to touch the ceiling, but it suddenly starts to rise quicker and instantly disappears into the darkness. I'm not in a casket anymore. Well, it wasn't exactly a casket now. It was well in the form of a casket. The room becomes darker and colder. I have to do something at this point. Or I have to do something at some point. Wow, what is this? Hours pass. I frantically run from one wall to another, delirious. The walls run away from me, making the already spacious room even bigger.
Somehow, spacious room is scarier than small room. You know, when it's dark. There's that freaking room in Silent Hill 2. It's in the like a prison zone. And it's where they like execute the people or whatever, like the gallows. But the whole room is huge and it's outside and there's grass and you hear weird thing that make you think you're being chased. Nothing is in that room. That's one of the scariest places in the game to me, for me. I don't like this feeling. In the end, I stand amidst endless darkness and the door is watching me with its eye. I kept purposely avoiding it. I could sometimes hear horrifying rustles and howls on the outside. However, now I don't even have a choice anymore. I slowly come to the door and reach out toward it. As expected, the door also moves away from me. I continue moving forward with my hands stretched out. I don't want to lose the only source of light in this pitch-black darkness. At some point, I get tired of sneaking up on the door like it's some wild animal. So I lunge at it, trying to grab the handle. However, at the last moment, the door whizzes away and I fall to the cold floor, unable to keep my balance. It hurts. Stupid door, stupid, nasty, cursed door. I hate you. I hate it. I hate you. I scream at the top of my lungs. I finally let out all the despair that I had bottled up. I slowly realize how horrible the situation I ended up is in. You know, when you're sleeping, and, you know, some people wake up during the, I forgot the name of it. You know, where your body is, cannot move. And they have, they can see horrible things or whatever. I don't have that. But I have had the experience of, I want to scream or say something in my dream. And I can't move my body. And I know, oh, I'm in that period of sleep that I cannot scream. And I get more frustrated. And sometimes the frustration helps me get out of it and I wake up. But sometimes I will talk and scream in the dream if I'm out of that state. So I upset people who live with me. Because they're like, what is going on? So, yes, it's bad. Yeah, sleep paralysis. Yes. Yeah. Thankfully, I've never opened my eyes during that time. I don't want to. I don't want to know. I don't want to see anything weird. I finally let out all the despair that I bottled up. I slowly realize how horrible the situation I ended up in is. No! I don't stop screaming for a moment because I'm scared to end up in a complete silence. If the reality around me disappears, my twisted imagination will take over, and the realest thing I have right now is my voice. Hey, I can hear you. A voice coming from the other side of the door. I'm here, come closer. I scream thrice as hard as before. I scream until my throat hurts, until my ears start buzzing. My biggest wish right now is to keep in touch with that person, whoever they are. Hey, where are you? What is this? Oh, hands, feet. I rush toward the door, stumbling on my way. I keep running for 10 minutes, but the door isn't even an inch closer. At the same time, the distance between us hasn't grown either, which means I match it in speed. I just need to make one final push.
I gather the last bit of strength I have and push my legs off the ground. The jump feels like an eternity. I stretch out my hand, almost touching the scratchy wood. I dive face first into the ground with a ridiculous speed. I slide at least 30 more feet like that, thanks to the inertia, leaving behind a bloody trail. My hand is still outstretched, trying to grab empty space. Tears stream down my face, making the numerous scratches burn. I try to wipe them, but I scream and yank my hand away the moment I touch my face. My lips and nose are now a mushy mess. Somebody help! The other side of the door is completely silent. A silence reigns from an excruciatingly long time. However, at some point that silent torture ends. Hey, I can see you! I try to reply, but stifled whimpers come out of my throat instead of words. Are you hurt? Yes, yes. I stand up from my knees despite continuing to cry. I take a couple of deep breaths and start running again. I keep running for hours. I feel like the door is closer to me by an inch or two now. I almost let myself stop to rest at that thought. I can't rest. I'll catch up to it sooner or later. The voice from the other side of the door keeps asking me how I feel. I let out heavy, ragged breaths in reply. I'll fall from exhaustion if I utter even a single word. Still, I'm thankful to them and don't want them to become silent. After another hour passes, I barely scratch the handle with my nails. I'm almost there. I'm so scared. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are they doing this to me? Don't they understand how painful this is for me? Almost there. You're scaring me. Go away. Rage fills my brain. I ignore the pain in my bones and channel all my strength into one final jump. No, go away! I firmly grasp the handle and open the door. Blinding light hits my eyes. I lose the ground beneath my feet and start falling. Huh? Sometimes I know I'm sleeping. And I feel... Hold on. And I feel like someone is in the room with me, but I can't wake up or move. That is the sleep paralysis demon thing, or whatever, right? Sometimes people can see them. And they see things that are very scary. I don't like that. Although, I've had dreams where I can't remember them fully, but I wake up and I will see part of the dream in real life. And I don't know if I'm still half asleep, because I've had dreams that I wake up and I move around, and then I wake up and I'm like, wait, I was just in the bathroom brushing my teeth or something like that, right? If it's that, or if I'm like hallucinating a little bit in real life as I'm waking up. Like I opened my eyes while I was still dreaming and I like saw stuff. Because when I get like they put you under, you know, and then you come out of like a surgery or something, I will hallucinate in rainbow color. And it's like that sometimes when I dream, if I wake up too fast or something. It's very scary. I don't know. I don't enjoy those moments. It's very scary. I'm lying face down in the grass. I smell water, earth, and the dampness of night. And grass, of course. The wind tickles the back of my head. It howls and jumps around restlessly. Lying down like this is unpleasant and rude when nature is so alive around me with sounds, and I'm pretty sure colors too. I stand up full of anticipation. Why is it so scary here? It looked pretty. The sound is so scary. The sound is so scary. It sounds like alien grasshoppers or something. Alien locusts. I don't like this. I see an endless field, a clear sky without a single star, and a pale moon somewhere very, very far away. I shake my head and try to focus on my eyes. My eyes on anything, but to no avail. My surroundings are just too vast. I feel dizzy. Bam! I'm lying in the thick, wet grass again, but this time I'm looking at the darkness of night, the sky instead of just darkness. Is there any real difference, though? The wind howls. It's clearly upset, but what can I do about it? I hear an indiscernible echo coming from far away. A wolf or someone else? Does it even matter? I'm in the grass. Nobody can see me. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! The echo draws closer and closer. At some point, I realize it's not a wolf. I jump up and start turning my head in panic. Where is that sound coming from? I haven't said that out loud, but got an instant reply. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, I can hear you. My voice runs across the field, mixing with the rustle of grass and the howls of the wind. It feels like it's about to get absorbed by them, but... Oh! Hey, where are you? Oh! I can't understand where I should run to and if I should run at all. Somebody clearly wants me to find and help them. Maybe they're hurt. The grass tickles my heels while I drag my feet in the direction where I think the sound is coming from. It's just there's not a single tree or stone around, only an endlessly wide field. I hear a resounding, painful scream. I shut my eyes and cover my ears. Suddenly, I feel scared. The screams turn into a cry. I carefully raise my head, still scared to death. Somewhere very far away among the thick grass, I spot a silhouette, just a small black spot, but... Hey, I can see you! The silhouette doesn't move, but the sound is definitely coming from its direction. No, it's not a scream, more like a whisper or a wheeze. Ooh! Are you hurt? No reaction again, just muffled sounds. Maybe it's the wind going mad and the black spot is just a stone or a tree?
I don't think so. Who is this supposed to be, though? Even, like, the other side of the door person, right?
I walk away disappointed. 100 steps, 200 steps. Then I turn around. Surprisingly, the spot hasn't become smaller. I start jogging. The grass is no longer tickling me. It's whipping my ankles, leaving cuts. Feeling of panic and unexplainable dread grow inside of me. A stone, a tree. Why the hell is this field endless? I don't turn around anymore. I know that it's chasing me. The sound reaching my ears becomes stranger, louder, more distinct. The wind is bullying me too, huh? Isn't that right? That's the case, right? Finally, I stop. I ran out of breath. I'm at the brink of dying. At least I think so. Ooh! The horrifying voice is coming right from behind me. I turn around instinctively, and for some reason I try to shield my face, but end up losing balance and falling to the ground. The grass replies with nasty, cackling rustle. Ooh! I've had enough! I sprint up. The silhouette is still there, at the same distance as before. It's standing there without moving an inch. I'm scared here, you know. Why won't you do anything? The silhouette trembles and then starts slowly gliding toward me, followed by new sounds. Wheezes, moans. Fear shackles me. I can only stand and watch the approaching black spot. My lips are parched. I speak in a voice I don't recognize. You're scaring me. Go away! Oh, it's the thing. It's the thing from before. I think they're called lucid dreams, where you dream that you woke up, but it's a dream.
I think lucid dreams, though, you know you're in the dream and you do whatever you want in the dream. Like, you have more active choice in the dream. You can go around and decide to fly or eat something. I cannot do this. But if I know it's too much and my mental state cannot handle this, I eject myself. I know it's a dream and I go, I gotta get out of here. And I can most of the time I can get out. Sometimes I cannot get out and then it's really bad. After that, the spot expands rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, most of the sky and the field is consumed by the sticky, cold darkness. Oh god, my mouse. There we go.
Paralysis finally lets my body go, and I immediately sprint away.
What is this supposed to be? This, to me, has to be tied to her... the guy online. Maybe she never met him in person or something. This person is behind a door, or whatever. And then this led to this feeling of being watched all the time. This thing, right?
I run so fast that the grass turns into a dark green mush under my feet. I slip, up, fall, run again. Ooing! No, no, no.
Do you think this is also the fear of the O or whatever? Because she's always scared of this O sound. Is this why? That this thing makes this O sound? And that's why it's O instead of oo or something?
No, go away! An unknown force turns my head with a crunching sound and darkness consumes everything. I wake up on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls.
Ah, we repeat. No, this somehow is a worse stream. This was a worse stream. Why do I feel like the next one is gonna be like this too? It's the same animation. We're always going to have a dream that is not so great. This one was objectively worse. I think so. Although, it taught you something. You learned a lot. You learned a lot from this ending, I feel like. More than The one with the, what was his name? Not Tavros, that's from freaking Homestuck. I don't remember. But yeah, let me know. I can give my view. Give it. Please. Yes. I feel like I like hearing other people's interpretation of these kind of things, you know? Can I skip? We saw the credits last. I'm gonna, maybe, should I let it go? Whatever, I will read this and then whatever. She's chasing herself. She is her own scariest monster. The lines in the two parts of the dream repeat themselves. She turns the doorknob at the same time she turns her own head. Herself is the main reason why she doesn't get better, and after she gets worse, she has to start all over again, running in place, trying to outrun her disease, an endless cycle of powerlessness struggle against her own psyche. That's fair. I think dreams about you running and you're not going anywhere, or this feeling of like, you're not able to open a door, you're not able to go up the stairs, you're not like a quicksand. All of those kind of dreams I feel like are in the blanket of like feeling stuck, and you are the one that is responsible for the stuckness. You know what I mean? I've had those dreams. I've had like recurring dream about not being able to walk up the stairs when I was in a stuck place in my life. So like that makes sense to me. And I also think it makes sense that like that it's her. You know? Credits are unskippable, but they are 45 seconds short. Yeah, that worked out. Because I finished talking to you, and now here we go, we can continue! Alright? This was after what, like, getting 2 of them? We're gonna get them all now. Find all the fireflies, yes! Let's go. I'm glad we did this ending. I feel like, I'm gonna answer the same way, I feel kind of nervous. I feel like if it was left up to me, I would have been too nervous to go outside. But I'm kind of glad that I did it, because she didn't actually go down, which is good. But we got good information from that ending, I think so. Meh. Okay. We got 1, 2. We gotta do the laptop. Let's do the sketchbook though first, because we haven't done that one more recently. Okay. I think we answered this way. I feel like though, I mean, I don't know. I am just a woman on the internet. I'm not trying to give any advice or whatever, you know. But I feel like when it's when there are certain things like this kind of situation, it feels like, how can you get better? Or like I feel like you can't get better just being like, okay, I will practice this, or try to think about things in this way, or you know what I mean? Like, this is something that's so deep, that makes life so hard. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of wrong to... I understand why she would feel like this, but having her get better from this situation when her life is so like this feels like the same thing as telling somebody in a wheelchair, like, you just need to try harder to walk. It's like, this is so hard. You know what I mean? I don't think it's not just a matter of mind over matter in this kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? This is... I don't know. But I don't have an answer of how it would get better. Aside from, I don't know, trying to figure out a mix of medications that might help with things. But even there, like, this is not the same situation as this. I don't know. My family member did not have this. But it seems like... Wait, hold on. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, and then laptop, right? I think so. A lot of times, when you're taking this kind of medication, it's like, it works for a lot of people, but it may not work for everybody. And trying to find the proper mix for you, and a lot of things, it seems like they're like, yeah, I think this would work. I mean, we'll just find out. is very disconcerting to me. I never, before this period of time, I never knew it was like that. I just assumed that, like, I don't know, psychiatric medication was just like, oh yeah, you have a headache, you take Advil. You have this problem, you take this, and it's all, you know, it's not so like that. It's kind of scary. Alright. I'm gonna do what I did last time. Is that a mistake? Is this a mistake? I'm gonna do it though. I feel like it's important to have her... it's not be honest. It's more like... I want her to be more comfortable or something. Although I don't feel like I'm making this happen. I feel like it's just... you know... I want to know also stuff with the mom. This is the kind of game that isn't going to tell you everything, obviously. I wonder about it. The situation with the mom. The situation with the dad. Okay, this is... same. Now we need a laptop. I'm going to do the same thing with the laptop too, if we get that situation happen. Okay. Tell me. Tell me. I also think that thinking her mom is an evil, neglected parent is too Disney and naive way. I mean more like... Well, I think she's the only alive parent now, right? And I do think it's neglectful to have somebody who's in this kind of state be in charge of their own medication management. That is, like, legitimately not okay. Everything else, we don't really know what's happening, right? We don't know if the mom is, like... Is she actually saying some of this stuff? You know? Anyway, to me, it seems her mom is really supportive for a couple of reasons, but the girl can't comprehend it anymore since she's barely able to talk with herself. Because even, like, the grabbing the arm, she could be giving her some kind of shot or some kind of medication, and she doesn't understand that's what's going on. Or even, like, the dad, right? Like, the dad could have taken her, like, taken her out of wherever she was, and then she thinks it's something else. She thinks, he's, I don't know, whatever. So she's scratching and biting and feeling like he was trying to hurt me or whatever, but maybe he was just being like, hey, come on, we have to go. And then maybe he was telling her the reason why she needed to leave this place. She could not comprehend it. She get mad. And the dad's telling her, like, you need to grow up. And she remembers that part. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But it makes it difficult, I feel like, for people who are in this situation because... I mean, I don't know how it is in Russia. I don't know her situation. But I just feel like when people's sanity is questioned and people who are caretaking for those people know that, then they feel like they can do anything because would anyone believe you? You know, and that makes me very mad. I don't like those kind of things. And I feel like that happens a lot in America. Not even like a elderly, like taking care of the elderly in those kind of situations. There's a lot of garbaggio. I don't know. It scares me. I don't like that people can be so cruel. I don't know. And treat people, even if they're difficult to handle or whatever. I think if you had to caretake this girl, it would be very, very hard. Because it's hard to know what to do, right? And hard to maybe understand her way of thinking. But at the end of the day, she is a person. And I think sometimes people kind of lose track of that if people are too different from you. And I really don't like it when people do that. Alright, hold on. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it, right? There's only 5. Hold on. I have to scroll up in the chat. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, where is it? Backpack, sketchbook, pills, notes, laptop. Okay, that's 5. It's similar everywhere. The only thing worse is having schizophrenia is looking after a relative with it. Holding. Thank you. You can not hold anymore. We're done. Finish searching. Yes. You're gonna tell me we found them all, right? You know, I thought we did pretty well. Considering that I didn't know how to play this game at all and I just like went with the vibes. Aside from the death thing, we got all the fireflies, you know? So maybe I don't need to feel so bad about the ending I got. Okay. This is the same. It seemed like. Okay. Let's stay here. You can skip to the sleep scene. Everything is fine. Okay. Stay here. Okay, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I want you to go to sleep. Stay safe and go to sleep. Yes. Yeah, I feel like... Well, I don't know. I've never been in that position. But I have been in a position of caretaking somebody who was in a really bad way. And I don't wish this on anyone. It's rough. But I feel like if I was in the other person's position, well, although you wouldn't even know at that point, right? Like, you don't even know what's going on, but I would never want to be in this position. Not because, oh, I don't want to be a burden or whatever, but knowing how it was for me with this person, I don't know. I mean, life is just the way it's gonna be, you know what I mean? We cannot control these things, but... I'm not sure which one is worse, I guess. Because you don't really know what's happening if you're in a position where you need 24-hour care and you can't do anything yourself. You're not fully there, but I would argue you're there enough to know that it's not good. Maybe it depends on the person, but yeah, I don't know. It's very tough. And caretaking, I think, is probably one of the hardest jobs in this world. Taking care of somebody is very difficult. So I don't want to like negate that and the stress and burnout that must be if that's your full-time job. Hold on. Don't you see? Everything is fine! Ugh, another terrible morning. The music is jazzy. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Are we going back in time? School. Well, it's not like I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up! Yes, Mom? I think I know what's happening here. Are we gonna loop? Are we gonna loop and every day the face gets more weird? Because I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Ugh, another terrible morning. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded loser on my first day. Yeah, it's going to be the same. Everything is gonna get funky. Each time music gets funky, we get funky. I think so. Have you looked in the mirror, though, and it doesn't look like you? Because sometimes that happens to me. So I don't look at myself when I'm half asleep. Basically, if I'm half asleep, nothing good happens. Nothing good happens. It's not that I, like, look like this. It's not like that. But you're like, did my eyes always look like that? And then you start, like, getting all weird. I gotta go back to sleep. I'm not even awake. So what do we make of this, friends? That, like, these kind of platitudes of, like, oh, don't worry about it, you know? Like, you can just look different. Ooh, this one is good. Like, not good, but you know what I mean. I like this one. This one is aesthetics. This one is aesthetically pleasing to me. Feeling like... there's something that's like so obviously wrong. It's called dissociation. I think dissociation is a, well, I guess it could be like this too.
Or I look at pictures from like a long time ago, or even from not that long ago, like 5 or 6 years ago, ne? I feel like every time, what the heck are we going to see? I get scared. This one is the worst one. I don't like this one. This one is a little too, a Japanese horror feeling for me. Or that, like, what she sees of herself is different than... Oh. 2. I guess, like, this feels more like dissociation for me. But I think it manifests maybe differently for different people, so I don't want to be like, actually, it's like, because, you know, life is whatever. But, like, I know people who have dissociated and they see themselves. They're, like, on the ceiling, and they look down, they see the whole room, and they see themselves. That has not personally happened to me. But being outside of your body, or feeling like none of this is actually real, and you feel like this, you feel, I have felt right behind myself during a very bad moment in time, like crisis moment or something. And then it goes away. That has happened to me in my lifetime. It's not good. I do not recommend. 0 out of 10. Not good. Does not feel good. I don't know what to make of this though, aside from kind of what we already talked about. This looks like a mouth to me. Is that weird? Like, when cartoon characters go like, awooga, right? And their mouth goes like chop. It looked like that on the eyes. But this feeling of like, nothing will get better. I'm kind of, every day I kind of look like a, not a monster is a little rough, but like, the line that stands out to me the most in this repeating pattern is the line about like, cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking, ooh, this is also aesthetics. Sorry. This line, cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. It feels like those kind of lines of like, oh, don't think like that. You know, like, don't be depressed. You just need to think differently, and then you cannot be depressed anymore. You know, like, things that are not helpful. Kind of this hollow positivity that just feels, I don't know, not great. I really was hoping, though, we would have some kind of dream that didn't feel like this. I wanted something a little more hopeful. A little bit more hopeful. Because I don't think that it would be realistic or good. Hold on. The music is so jazzy now. Good morning. Anyway, hold on, let me finish my point. That if this game was like, well, golly, I just had to think of it differently, and now I've cured my mental illness and everything is great, that would be very, very bad. Or this idea of like us coming in and saving her would also be very, very bad, right? So I'm not saying that I want this kind of like they all live happily ever after at the end point of this game. But I wanted to feel, I want to feel like she's gonna be just a little bit more okay or something. For my own concern. Ne. I feel wonderful today. Can't wait for my first day at school. Hold on, sorry, I keep clicking out. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom? Today she feels good she has no face. She's like that kitty cat from Animal Crossing. God, this game scared me. That scared me. That got me. That got me. I did tell you, though, it would be the same. This ending would be the same for everything. Yeah. I feel more satisfied, though. I mean, I'm glad we did the endings. Because I want to know more information. I got some information. I did not get all the information. But I knew I would not get all the information. So, you know, sometimes that just, it is how it is, you know. So let me move this. Awooga I version. Yeah. I'm glad you understand. Oh god. Hello? I don't know what's going on with my chat today. It says, welcome to the chat room. It had to reconnect. But I'm assuming we are still good. Well, then! Is this it? Is this it? I feel like if I was playing this on my own... Well, no, because I wouldn't have known about the death thing. I feel like, though, this one I probably would have gotten maybe on my own. Maybe. Going out into the balcony, I would not have done on my own because I would have been too, like, scared. I don't want to hurt her or something. But in some ways, that ending gave us maybe more information than the other ones, I would say. Let me look at the thingy. We are missing 3 achievements. Only 25%, 23% of people got some of them. Oh. Maybe, depends on how you look at it. 2 more endings. Do we get all of the endings? I bet, but see, okay, I'm gonna call this the Toby Foxification of me, and this is 100% his fault, so I will blame Toby Fox, yes, the person I do not know, but because when, and some people don't like this part of Undertale, and that's fine, and you can have your own feelings about it, but for me personally, I have always been the kind of person that will complete every game. No matter what, I will complete the game. I want all the bad... Give me the bad ending in the Silent Hill and I cry about it or whatever. I don't care. I want all of the things when I like a game. However, after playing Undertale and thinking about how the game punishes you and talks about how, like, why you gotta do this, bro? Why you gotta be like this? It has made me rethink how I want to interact with media. And that sometimes... when there are, like, this game is a little bit more, it's not so like there's a good ending, there is a bad ending, there's a neutral ending. It's not that cut and dry. So this game is maybe different, but I feel like when I really like something and I know there's a bad ending, why do I want to see it if it's going to be so horrendously bad? That's made me really think about things differently. So I'm debating if we should go further. Because if I had to guess, just jumping off the bat of this, I would say not getting any of the fireflies is probably one ending, and it's an ending I don't want to get because I feel like that's kind of, we could probably be really mean to her too, because I think, hold on, you can't see it, but I'm gonna pull it up. In the milk inside a bag of milk, that game has one ending achievement that I do not have. I have milk bot and I have old, and I bet you there is one other ending of that game where you're mean to her. You're mean to her. And it's like a bad, maybe a worse ending, right? I don't know. What do you guys feel like? I think I might call it there. We'll see. We'll see. It's not like that. What are the qualifications for getting the other 2 endings? And then I'll decide. I'll decide for myself. But since I don't know how to get them, it's hard for me to know. But I... yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's how I feel about completing games, just as a whole, nowadays. That sometimes it's not... I don't know. You don't have to, or something. Getting only 3 fireflies. Other is 3 fireflies and secret item. Oh my god. A secret item? What time is it? I have exactly 1 hour. Maybe we'll do one more with the secret. I will do the secret item one, maybe. Although I don't know how am I gonna be able to find said secret item. I don't know. But maybe I'll do that one and then we'll end it. I also don't like doing all of the endings because I like to
I don't know, give people motivation to get the game as opposed to me just doing everything, exposing everything, you know? It's more like getting to know her, yeah, than a good or bad ending. I guess. I still feel like, well, actually, I don't know though. I feel like the ending of the door and the field felt worse than the boy getting the milk end, for me personally. This one felt like there was a lot more suffering. And just in general, talking about the boy online, all of that kind of stuff, it just felt like, for me, I feel like if there's more suffering of this child, the worse ending it is for me, personally. That's how I feel. Oh. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, collect any 3 fireflies first. Yes. Doing it, doing it. I wonder what the secret item is. Do you think the pile under the sink opens up? That part is still so mysterious to me. Like, the packages. What's happening? Okay. Yeah, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. That way we have one that's still open. And then we will look at the trailer. I have waited so long. Because I like to, I want to leave a little bit open on the game. I'm okay with this. I also wonder, well, we'll see, I guess. This game came out not that long ago. I feel like this creator is on my list of, like, people that I follow sounds a little weird. But, like, I really like this game. I really like this game. I think it has a very clear point of view. It's trying to communicate something very interesting. And it's one of those games that leaves you with, like, questions that it leaves you with questions and not in a you wrote it bad kind of way. Does that make sense? Not in a bad way. In a, like, I'm intrigued, this is interesting, and I'm not supposed to know everything kind of thing. Not in a, like, wait, there's pitfalls because you wrote this funky. Not like that. Not like that. That it would be really interesting to see more games from this creator. Yes. Putting them on the list. Okay. Then, you need to pick up her smartphone. It's a small thingy near the fan, bottom right corner on the floor. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you. Also, Varg for being the voice of, being the teacher. Meh. Okay, here we go. Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it. This. It just appeared, right? The heck is this? What's this? You tell me. That was it? What is this? So now I can end it. Right? I can get it. Now we got whatever it was. Nothing else. Yeah, nothing else. Sleep. No balcony. Dream. Okay. Yes. I'm glad no balcony. The balcony really stresses me out. Oh. No balcony. Don't do that. Don't do it. Okay. Let's stay here. Okay. I wonder how hard it is to make these kind of, yeah, like visual novel type games. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, you gotta know how to do coding, and that alone feels like terrifying. I would love to make a game like this though. But I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I think I need to stick to books. That alone is a struggle. We'll see how that goes first. Don't branch out. Because I cannot draw.
And I cannot code. So girl, and I cannot make music. So, you know, I only got the story part. But, you know, I think I need to stay in my lane. But it would be fun. I think it would be fun. Work with people on a team. Creative game. I think, oh, it would be so fun. It would be so fun. Because the one thing, when you write alone, it's very lonely, you know? But then sometimes it's kind of nice. It's all your creation. It feels very good. But I would love to work on a team and create something. I think that would be so cool. I never did this before. Or even like if you're part of those like fanfic communities, which I guess I should get on, but I've never done this. Been too shy. Then you could kind of, I don't know, inspire each other. It's fun. What the? Are we friends? So that's what friendship is like? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't like where we're starting. I'm nervous. Okay, anyway. Hello, Aki! What's up? What is this friggin' Freddy Fazbear? Were we talking about him before? And now we're talking about a pizzeria? Can't wait to read your stuff. I hope. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully. Yeah. I will announce if I make it ever. Also, I'll link her apartment outside look reference. It's a real building in St. Petersburg. Ooh, okay. Work with me on a game. You want to make a game? Hello, thank you for choosing our pizzeria. What's happening? Oh my god. Look, look. Not everything gives me the ASMR, but whatever that sound was very good for me. That sound felt like if you're a cat and you pet the cat from the spine all the way down to the tail. That's what that felt like for me. Listening to that. I love that sound. That was a good sound. You know, this place is so empty, though I don't feel particularly good or bad because of it. Texting. I'm not the only one, right? This is a good sound. This is a good sound. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There's lots of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. Who are we texting? I can create a whole world with them. I'm sure it'll be able to fill the void around me if I try hard enough. She's texting a pizzeria place. Is that what's happening? Because at the beginning of this was a pizzeria. And now she's texting this pizzeria. Who texts the pizzeria? I wonder if people... No, I know this happens. I used to work retail. I know this happens. People like unload their trauma on you and stuff because they want to talk. Nah. Nah. Code is less important for visual novels like this. Most of these are relatively easy. But yeah, you definitely need art and audio. You could probably pay someone for audio. I don't think it's affordable for art though. I feel like if it's art, a person needs to be kind of more on the project. You know what I'm saying? Like, they kind of, like, are your co-worker, as opposed to just, like, asking somebody on Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because you have to explain, this is the character, they're like this. You can't just be like, yo, just draw me a dude and send it over. Or, you know? That kind of thing. Sounds like you would like keyboard ASMR. I do. I like those, what is it called? Like the Apple keys, that sticky. Yes. There's some templates for Unity and Pi games for visual novels. Oh, I see. Although, no matter how much I think, my surroundings don't change. Yes, things happened in my head, but they never left its premises. Yeah, that's true. And it's not like I tried to suppress them. Maybe they were afraid to come out. Do you think this is even... Oh my god, this isn't even a real person. This isn't even a real person. Because a real person would be like, ma'am, this is a Wendy's or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, this is just an AI thing, you know? This feels so sad. This feels so sad. What kind of pizza would you like to order? Anyway, there's so much space in my head that could be put to good use. So even though every thought would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back to where it started. But there should be an end somewhere. You can't wander around forever. What do you think? I know it sounds scary, but it's not scarier than constantly existing among the void. This place is safe and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 3 pizzas for the price of 2. Who wants 3 pizza? Well, maybe having a party. Yeah, there's probably nothing good in having the same thoughts over and over. What's the point of having them anyway? I could have escaped from here, but I feel like my thoughts aren't helping me at all. Yeah, I think so too. This is such a sad ending though. This is the worst one to me. This is the worst one for me. It feels so, like, not like objectively, but like for me personally, the idea of her just texting a pizza AI wanting to just like communicate and connect with somebody about her experience, and it's just going into the void. An AI is not even listening to her. That's like heartbreaking. This is so sad. They should be ashamed, probably. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. I would have had it easier with one. I tried to find it. It turned out to be a waste of time. No matter where I look, it's not looking good, pun not intended, and that strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. This man look uncomfortable. This man look like he needs to do something with his hair. Or maybe it's supposed to look like that? I don't know. We also have a discount program for new customers. You can learn more about it on your account page. Don't you think that me being here is also a waste of time? What's the point in that? I can just keep on thinking, and even then my thoughts are as meaningless and empty as everything else. Does it mean that I'm not filling the void, but am a part of it? Then why should I feel anything? Why should I know that I exist? Although I'm not even sure about that. This place is always neither warm nor cold. It's neutral. But at the same time, if I think about warmth, I feel warm. Maybe this world corresponds to my thoughts. I wouldn't want to admit that I'm completely empty. I'm not the reason everything had disappeared, right? Can't I just adapt and get used to having nothing around me since I can't do anything about it? Looks like great bird nest here. We've been out all day. Are you ready to make your order? Oh god, I clicked off, sorry. Oh, it sounds so scary. Yes, that's right. I think some people are using AI art for some VNs. Oh, look at me. That bird? Didn't like that sound. I have not played one, and they're a very touchy subject depending on who you ask, even though it'll never be up to quality. Hopefully. But I bet for those people who really want to create something, it might be the only way they can afford it in a way. I guess, but I don't know. I feel like those pictures have no soul. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There are a lot of thoughts in my head, and they always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Me being here is a waste of time. I don't fill the void. I'm part of it. This strips the last bit of hope for salvation. Are we looping? I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. What's the point in having one? I feel like nobody is helping me. They should feel ashamed. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I'm all alone here. I can't do anything about it. This ending is very lonely. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 4 pieces for the price of 2. I don't care that this place is empty, you hear? I feel neither good nor bad. I don't like that we're on the train tracks. This is not good. I'm all alone. I have dreams about trains a lot. Not outside, inside the train. My head is full of thoughts. They eclipse the world around me. The train is coming. You can hear the train is coming. The train is coming. This space is pretty cramped, but at least it's safe. Even though I'll never feel good here. It's coming, it's coming. Does that mean existing is a waste of time? I need to decide, and my thoughts will help me. They'll lead me to the exit, and I'll be able to feel proud of myself. I'll be able to save myself. At the same time, I don't really care anymore. This place is empty, but it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm alone, but my head is full of thoughts. A whole world, one might say. I feel like, what do you even do, though? Because she repeats, you know? If I try hard enough, it'll be able to fill all the void around me. Still, no matter how much I keep thinking, my surroundings don't change. Yes, something happened outside of my head, but... what was it? There's not enough space for my thoughts. It's already filled with something else. Even if there's nothing around me, I'm still here. And my head is full of thoughts. If I try hard enough... This is giving me so much anxiety. The train is like right here. I feel, you feel the tension. So the world isn't empty after all. I can't see anything.
Oh, yes.
Squeegee!
I'm here. I will drop a video I think you'll like in Discord. But I might probably be lurking Tesca one lurk.
It's okay. Hello, Squeegee. Thank you very much. 63 months. Thank you very much. Session timeout. Please reload the page. Okay, well, at least we didn't have to see her get hit. I feel like this was a real thing. I feel like this was a memory. You know what I mean? In a way that the other ones were more like, I don't want to say abstract. That's not really what I'm trying to say. This was like, she did this in real life. Talking to the freaking AI pizza app or whatever. Until it timed out and she felt very like, you know. This one was so sad. This one was really sad. This one, I don't like this one. This one was sad. Yeah, this one was sad. Personally, I think 4 other endings is about the future. Yeah, this one is about the past. I think this is about the past too. I was here for so short, and Automod already got me. What? What? I don't see it. Automod snapped. Oh, yep, I see it. Bullying. Bullying, I'll allow it. Hold on. You can almost always tell characters are AI even if they look real. I do wonder how long until it can fool everyone. Because even if other AI can tell, it comes down to it. If it can fool us, only a matter of time, and people denying the fact something is AI made and vice versa. Maybe. I don't know. I just have a problem. This is my same issue with ChatGPT too. I don't like. I don't know. I don't want to get on a whole. I don't want to get on a whole thing about this because I don't want to be debating people online about this. But for me as a person, I feel like these kind of things where you're trying to automate creative endeavors and things that are how do I say this? I just think that there's no need to do this. And creative people already do not make money in this world. So why do you want to screw them over even more? I wonder. I just find it to be very cold. So I don't like it. Yes. All right. God, part of me wants to just, you know what? Yeah. We're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Listen, we came this far. I know I gave my whole spiel about I don't want to do all the endings, but I can't leave it alone because I love this game and I want to know. I want to know. Listen. I'm sorry. I need to know. We gotta do it. I shouldn't have picked the laptop. This is the longer one, but it's okay. We're gonna do this. I have to hurry though because I have to leave. I have to leave a little bit before 4:30. So we're gonna say fine. We're gonna just say fine so I don't have to go through the whole thing. Because I want to we just do the 3 and we're boom. I want to do them all. I like this game a lot. I want to know. I want to learn. I want to see. I can't leave it alone. Plus, that ending so bummed me out. That ending made me so sad. Oh my god. It made me feel so sad. I think that's why, I don't know. This theme does a really good job of humanizing this girl, and you just feel so like, I must protect you. Yeah. Starting early, ending early. Yeah. Yep. Well, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Yeah. It's a normal stream. Meh. Okay. Now, we just sleep. I think we just sleep. Yeah. I don't think we go out there. I think the balcony is a one-shot deal with that ending. I don't think we need to go out there. Nah. Let's stay here. Yeah. I want to be here for the P3R trailer, though. I'm sorry if I pull away from the game. Just missing hanging out. Couldn't make the game in time since I've been working. No problem. I know most people work on Friday, so I understand. No worries. We're gonna this is the last ending, so we'll do this ending and then we'll do it. So, but I can't let it go. I need to know. She moves freely around town in crowded places. Hold on. Let me get to where I need to go here. But I want to know. What the? Okay. This incredible places wants to socialize with other people, albeit in such a strange way. Yeah, you feel the loneliness of this person, trying to make the sense and the best out of a very strange, bizarre situation. You know what I mean? You feel... I don't know, and I think that can be a relatable feeling for, I don't know, most people. Everyone's just kind of trying their best in their life and in their situation. It's just, for her, it's so different than everybody else that it makes it, like, almost impossible to connect. So, it's very sad. Yeah. At the same time, her head is filled with the same thoughts. She is anxious at the same time, apathetic. She wanders aimlessly, feeling that something has happened, something has disappeared, but she can't figure out what it is. It's very similar to the way schizophrenic patients describe the very beginning of their illness. I look down, please make it stop. Oh, this is very interesting. I wake up and immediately almost lose consciousness from horror. A thin metal stairway snakes around a giant column, disappearing into the darkness. I press myself into the cold wall and pray that I freeze to it. This feeling. I know I've spent a couple hours or days here, but I don't know how high the column is. I don't know whether I'm going up or down. A billion pounds of concrete and a million miles of emptiness. It's impossible to stay sane when you're near cosmic numbers like that. Looking at them, touching them, even thinking of them makes me feel unimaginable horror. It's just a matter of time before my short term will end. My mind will melt and my body will turn to dust. The wall's coarse surface scratches my face. The steps under my feet hum from the wind, eager to escape the concrete's clutches and dive into the abyss along with me. But I'll stay here. I'll stay here without going anywhere. I won't even open my mouth. My every word will be swallowed up by the abyss. I won't take a single step. Why would I? To find out where the stairway abruptly ends? It's all meaningless. The stuck feeling is, I don't know, common. This art is so pretty. I like this so much. It looks so nice. Many units of time pass, but I'm still unmoving. My whole body is trembling, but then I realize it's the whole space around me that's trembling. It can't wait to destroy me. Maybe I should gather my will and at least turn my head? That thought doesn't stay in my head for long. It's torn out. It's torn out with inhuman force. Unaware of what's about to happen, I slowly turn my whole body with a squeak. No, this is not what I wanted. Don't. Ara. Amongst the silence sings a lonely colossus unmoving. Until the music stops, the bridge across the dark abyss cannot be seen. This is a lonely dream. Oh, yeah. This is a lonely dream too, though, ne? AI art, big boobs, weird hands, fingers, and one eye is always going somewhere else. Like, the eyes are usually a little bit off, or the eye is like this, or you know what I mean? The eyes are always a little bit funky, or the hand is like this, or it move the hand. There's like two, you know. There's always something a little bit like, what the heck is that? You know? Oppressive, thick, sticky air drives itself into my ears, silencing my thoughts with a haphazard string of words while I watch the scene before me unfold. Hundreds of giant concrete structures, just like mine, spread in tidy rows. Endlessly in all directions, stairways wrap around them like vines. I don't know what to make of this. There, at the end of this world, there's a person smiling. This world still exists, but all that makes it both exist and not. I try to erect a mind block, but to no avail. My brain is already at the mercy of the super creature. A moment passes, and I realize that my body doesn't belong to me either anymore. My legs start moving on their own. The only thing I can do is choose a direction, up, down, or... The crowd notices blood on Wazek's hands. He runs away. Mendel appears. There, he has nothing human about him apart from his excessive grace and hidden elegance. He walks out into the center stage. First act begins. So is this like a play that she has read? Was this a real play? Foreign thoughts become even more incoherent. There's less and less space for my own. Do you feel the connection to your body clearly, or does it still cause confusion and fear? If you've been living through that fear a lot recently, how did it manifest exactly? Answer honestly, don't hide anything. This feels like kind of mind control or something. Like something is hard. It's hard for her to think because there's having these other thoughts. One of them was like a play. This other one sounded like it was maybe like, I don't know, somebody like trying to ask her what she's going. Oh, she decides to descend. Descend. I don't like that you're descending. That makes me feel more uncomfortable somehow going down. You can have a sneaking suspicion that something is wrong because your path has changed. Maybe you started taking a wrong way or made some sort of mistake. If so, start getting used to your new life. Try creating imagery that would instill the feeling that everything is as it should be, and with time it will create a new order inside you. I don't doubt that you're going through some hard times, but you have to make sacrifices. Grow up. Only then you'll be able to obtain the meaning of life. Do you get it? Try that and you'll find it important. Every passing day is a precious gift. Do you think this is Dad? This line of growing up makes me feel like this is Dad. This is Dad. This is Dad, right? If you share a piece of that gift with the world even once, it'll seem like a speck of dust. Do you get it? No, I'm sorry. I won't get that then. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Yes, even if you get it. When you notice how people look at themselves in the mirror, when you look at your own reflection and realize it exists in reality, do you understand how exactly it exists? This feels like partially from the Dad. I'm not saying he said all of those words verbatim, but I think this is the Dad's conversation. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I liked this one. This one was kind of sad too. Not as sad as the phone one. The phone one! Worst one for me. The phone one, saddest one. Very sad. I feel like she's reflecting on what the Dad said. Reflecting on what the Dad said to her. Thinking. Having trouble thinking. Trying to think about other people's things that have said to her. Feels like it can't mesh with hers, or she can't, like, I don't know, like think on it because, I don't know, like her mind is already having a lot of things to think about kind of feeling. Well, I'm glad we did them all. I like fought it, I wasn't sure, but I'm glad we did them all. I really like this game. I'm excited to see what other games this creator makes in the future. Yes, and I hope you enjoyed watching this run through of this game. Yeah. It's kind of sad we are at the end, but that's how the short games go, you know. I'm glad we did another stream of it, though. It was definitely worth doing another stream, for sure. You get a lot bigger of a picture than, I think, what we had before. Yeah. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to go, I'm gonna change the format of this. We're gonna watch the trailer. But if you were just watching, and if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. The bag outside, milk outside of a bag outside, you know. I hope you watch some other stuff. I love these kind of games, and if you have suggestions of games that are like this, please leave them in the comments below. I have certain things I cannot play. There's certain things, games with certain content I cannot do. So I have to look into it. But I'm always open to suggestions, especially if it's like this. I love this kind of stuff. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love this kind of stuff. It's good. It's good. So, yes. So, until I see you whenever I see you next, remember to be kind to others, especially yourself. Take care, and I'll see you later. Okay. Bye-bye.